Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the How It Is podcast with myself and my good friend Fran. Today we'll be talking about...
Discontinued products.
Sorry, I kind of landed you in the shit there with that one.
No, it's okay. I was prepared. I thought I was.
Discontinued products, Fran, is what we'll be talking about today. So, basically, the description of a discontinued product is a product that was for sale in the past and is no longer for sale. And we'll be talking about our experience with such products and why we love them so much. And then we'll just...
Why they should be back.
Why they should be back.
Shelves.
And also why they were banned in the first place, I think is important.
At our convenience.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I'll get the presentation that Fran so beautifully prepared up on the screen here.
Oh, it's amazing, everybody. Wait till you see my skills.
Share the screen. And then... boom! Put it on the screen. I've always wanted to say that. Now it's loading.
And bam!
Boom.
Blogging it.
Blogging it. Here we go. First product for today. White Maltesers, Fran. Why the fuck were these discontinued in 2014? I am not happy about this.
Why were they discontinued in 2014, Dave? Because, I mean, they're just as good as our counterparts.
If not better.
The standard, if not better than the standard Maltesers.
Now,
which
there is a substitute available at the moment in Deals / Poundland called white chocolate malt balls.
Malt balls.
Yeah, but white Maltesers, man, like I don't understand why they were discontinued by the Mars company. It really upsets me.
It's a joke. Like Master Foods had them, and they really should have. They really should have just made it that they were going to be that they could continue them. Like I don't understand why. Like was it due to sales? Or was
I don't think it could have been down to sales because from what I remember, they sold really, really well.
That's what I had thought as well. Because
like,
I mean,
I loved them personally. Like I used to get them a lot. Like I used to get at least a packet a week. Like, and I can imagine there was some other people because I was obviously a child at the time. Couldn't exactly because you were saying when we were talking off air originally they came out in what was 70s or something like that they originally came out.
1973.
Yeah, so
the
original Maltesers came out then, and then these came out, and I remember they were excellent. Like I remember having them as a kid on my lunch breaks in school. We used to go to Centra on the Malahide Road, and you'd get a packet of these and 9 mini sausage rolls for like £2. You get a bottle of Coke in there, so you'd be spending $3.50 on your lunch, and it was well worth it. And
yeah, like that's the thing. Like I would have spent, I would have bought these along with like Cadet cream sodas, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's what I would have added to my. I would have, you know, because
Cadet Cola was one. Yeah, Cadet Colas were only like 20 cents. Like they were up there with American Cola. Like
yeah, they were even if not they're even better than American Cola. Like because they just were better.
Yeah,
Cadets, man.
Yeah, they were good. We used to have a little tuck shop in primary school. In the primary school I went to, which I will not name because I don't want to get them in trouble over, you know, some of the shit that we had in those tuck shops. I remember one of the lads, his parents owned the local chipper. And he robbed 20 quid out of the till one night and came in the next day and bought €20 worth of sweets.
No. That actually happened. That actually happened an awful lot with people I knew as well. Even myself, like I used to spend enormous amounts of money on sweets alone.
Yeah.
And like it's incredible the amount of money that you would have spent on like chocolates and.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when you think about it, like I used to get 50p from my uncle anytime I saw him. Anytime I went to visit my grandparents and he was there, he'd give us 50p each. And we used to go into the shop next door to my granny's, which at the time was called Billy's. Um, and it's now a hairdresser's, by the way. But we used to get a bag of Banshee Bones, a bag of jellies, a bottle of 7-Up, and a dairy milk for 50p.
That's actually not bad, yeah.
That's
Like when you look back at it and you see the difference now in how they can charge such fucking outrageous
astronomical
prices.
prices. Yeah, well, that's inflation, isn't it?
They
It's
really are outrageous.
that's the problem with inflation. Like the rate of inflation is going up versus the rate of how much people are being paid go up. The rate of inflation is way higher, which means people are spending more and making less, basically.
Yeah, and like it's a joke. It's a joke to see that is it is a case
Yeah,
that you can compare a chocolate bar from now, which might cost you 120, and
yeah,
then you compare it to when you were able to buy it as a kid, and it was like 30 or 40 cent, or
yeah,
well, say 60 cents, right, for like the really
yeah.
64
The
cent
the high end, yeah, the dairy
the high
milks, the
end
Galaxy
product.
bars,
So,
like.
I
Um,
mean, they're just getting away with it. Like that's
Look at Freddo's used to be 5 cent or 5p. And
yeah.
now you'd be lucky. Like I went into the centre on Western Row a couple of years ago, and Freddos were like 35 cent, and they were on discount. Like you can't be selling Freddos for 35 cent on a discount. Come on, like.
Freddos are like the disguised version of a Taz bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Taz bar was like a caramel Freddo,
Yeah,
but
pretty much that's what it is, and
yeah,
it's hiding within it. I think they're it's still the same company.
yeah. You think because it is Cadbury's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
whoop,
like, why
whoop.
take Taz away
And
like
leave Freddos, yeah. Well, maybe
Taz?
they might have lost the licensing with the Looney Tunes.
Oh, that could be it. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm not going to say that I know because I just brought that one up there as it came
Example,
forward.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so white Maltesers anyway, Fran. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
And
let's
I
get back
just,
where
yeah,
we
we'll
are.
get back on track here. But I just feel white Maltesers, Mars Master Foods, bring them the fuck back because they were the goat. They were incredible sweets, and
They are
we need them back.
incredible.
We need them back, Fran.
Yeah, I mean, like to accompany its counterpart. So you can get two bags of Maltesers, white Maltesers and normal Maltesers,
Yeah.
and fucking popcorn, and put them all in the
Oh, Fran, stop! You're killing me here. That would be amazing.
same
Do you know
basket.
actually? Sorry to interrupt there, but when I was looking this up, I didn't say this because it was like there was a lot of other ones that I saw. But you're just saying the counterpart. Do you remember the vice versa?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
because they were
Remember
unreal.
them?
Like they were,
Tasty.
they were
Remember them?
lovely, and they're discontinued. Like I don't understand it. I would have thought these kinds of things would be making a lot of money for them. Like, and there can't be that much more sugar in them than there would have been in their counterpart.
And even still, like they can definitely make it in a different way now.
Yeah, they could. There is a
Without
lot of different supplements, and
releasing
there's
sugar.
different yeah, there's substitutes there that you can make less sugar content, and But look, we'll move on to the next one.
Yes.
So we'll say Mars Master Foods. A message to you: bring back white Maltesers, please.
Bring back white Maltesers.
Moving on to the next one, Squeeze Its. Now, do you remember these, Fran? Do you remember
Oh,
Squeeze Its?
he's a good one, isn't he? Look at him squeezing it. Do you know what he looks like? The character. He looks like What was the name? Well, not the Waldorf. Not the Waldorf. What's the name of that character in Drawn Together? Which was a great TV show.
I don't know. I never watched it.
No, oh no. Well, you know what? I'm gonna find out the name. I'm gonna find out the
Hang
name.
on, I have my phone here. I'll have a look. Drawn Together, was it?
drawn together, yeah. And he looks like him, kind of.
Um, characters. Let's have a look here now.
I can't believe that he's not. He's actually
No,
not even.
It's not coming up for me here, Fran.
He's not even listed. Like,
Yeah, I have drawn together here. Jeez, what the fuck kind of a show were you watching as a kid? This is a weird. Oh, it's the little yellow fella.
yeah, the little yellow fella. Yeah,
Yeah, I see it there. Yeah, he's bit different in the nose, but definitely looks like him.
yeah.
But this shows. Look at this. What the?
It's
What kind of a show were you watching as a kid, Fran?
it was on Comedy Central at the late nights, and I used to watch that and Robot Chicken.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
yeah, and so it was the Adult Swim, you see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
obviously I shouldn't have been watching them, but
Sure.
they,
Look.
parents just thought they were cartoons,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
like South
so
Park at the start, isn't it? Like
it,
everyone thought South Park was for kids, and then turned out that it wasn't. But
it just went horrible. But
yeah, but
Squeeze it, like,
Squeeze It's, Fran. Like these were again another one that I feel that they could bring back in a different capacity. And
it's the funny thing is it's the one that's there is the chocolate and cherry, and
yeah,
that's why we right now.
huh?
But yeah, they definitely. I feel like a chocolate and cherry right now.
Oh yeah. I always feel like that.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
very
like
strange shape of the bottle now. In fairness, he kind of looks. He also looks like a chili pepper in a way.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. He looks like a spicy little fucker, like. But
He is. It's
I
really
do.
strange.
I'm cursing a lot here today. Like I just noticed, like, I'm cursing more than normal. But
Yeah,
sure. Look,
we need to lower the profanity.
nah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll make this an R-rated episode. And we'll say it in the description. But yeah. So squeeze it. I remember having these in my auntie's and uncle's house back in the day. Did you just draw a circle around that?
I did. I did.
Excellent.
Did.
Yeah.
Did.
Oh, because you're on the same. Yeah, you're on the same presentation as I am because we're using the Google one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is squeeze it. They're one that I think nearly like a one that got away. Like I wouldn't be overly upset if they didn't bring them back, but if they brought them back, I'd probably get them a few times just because nostalgia,
Yeah.
getting getting the taste of the 90s and the 80s and 90s again. Like obviously we weren't around in the 80s, but getting a taste of the 90s would be pretty cool, all right. Like
Yeah, no, I remember having them all. They'd always be on the shelves, and I'd always go in, and like I had a lot of things that I would go in. Like I have a very sweet tooth. Like probably one of the sweetest teeth alive. You know,
yeah,
I am me. I'm a man. But I remember I'd get a pack of them. They'd be gone like instantly. Like
yeah, you
they'd
just
just
drink a lot of them. Like
disappear.
yeah. So we'll move on. We'll move on from squeezes. I think that they're one that we'd bring back, but we wouldn't be too fussed if we didn't bring them back, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But like, I mean, I don't know. It's a bit strange, but I reckon they could definitely make a serious comeback in the market today. Like nine
definitely. Yeah,
years, 9 years after I think they were discontinued. They
2011 was it?
2011. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
All right.
they were reintroduced a couple of times, but I don't think that the
Yeah,
actual market itself then and there for them was good.
it didn't really suit them, because everyone's obviously on the health buzz, and people were looking at ways that we could stop kids having sugar and all that kind of stuff. Like, and I think now people are kind of lightening up on that side of things, where they're kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, they can have sugar, just not too much sugar.
Once they
But
understand like how much
yeah,
sugar is in it, what the
yeah,
sugar
exactly.
does, and
And they can
you
they
know.
can lower the sugar content. Like there's no, it's not as if they're looking to like give kids diabetes or anything like that. Like just they can lower the sugar content. Oh, sorry, yeah. So if we clear off all that, gave everyone a little bit of a
Excuse me to the
how do you
public.
how do you get rid of them arrows from?
Oh, sorry, I'll have to do them, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll have to do it. So we'll go and we'll erase it.
So we'll move on, and I just gave the lovely people a glance at our next one. And this is one I don't think you remember this one, Fran. Do you? This is one I've talked to a lot of people about this, and not
No,
many people.
I've never seen that packet before in my life.
Not many people remember. Like I was talking to Emma there earlier on, and she was saying like I never heard of that one. No, I've never seen that before in my life. So
But I don't know if I have. You know what I mean? Like maybe I did, and I just was like, because
yeah,
I wasn't the biggest fan of, like, not that no, I actually love Aero, but I just was never the biggest fan of going in and buying an Aero.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
I'd always prefer to buy something else.
let me tell you a story about this one, Fran. Right. So this is why I remember this one so much. So when I was, as you know yourself, and I don't know if I've mentioned it in the last few episodes, but my parents have been separated since I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And me and my older brother, we used to spend a lot of time going between houses. On a Friday after school, our granny would collect us and bring us up to our dad's house, basically. So when she used to collect us so she collect me from primary school at 2:30. Then we'd go collect a bag of clothes from my mom's house, go get lunch, and then go collect my older brother at 3:30 from secondary school, and then she'd drop us out to my dad's house in Skerries. But every time she'd collect us, she'd bring a bottle of 7-Up and a chocolate bar for each of us. Right? Now, the chocolate
Yeah.
bar varied depending on the day. So some days it would be an Aero, other days it would be a Dairy Milk. I remember one day she arrived up and had these Aeros, and I only liked the green one, and my older brother Stephen only liked the brown Aero. So
You're a minty man.
I love mint. Mint is something that I do love genuinely, like. But she arrived down with this thing, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, she said, "God, this is the new one that they were telling me," and so we had this. We tried it, and like my brother didn't like it. I fell in love with the thing. It was the nicest chocolate bar I've ever had, and I loved it. And I used to get it every Friday. My granny would bring it down to me when she collected us from primary school, and like this went on for years, like.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was devastated when this one was discontinued, and I can't really find any further information. It's almost as if
It
Aero are
doesn't
trying to,
disappear.
yeah, they're almost like it's almost as if like Nestle are trying to cover their tracks. Like it's a chocolate bar that I think because it was white chocolate bubbles on the inside, but it
Yeah.
was cream. It wasn't white chocolate, if you get me. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was almost like hardened cream rather than white chocolate. Whereas now they have the white chocolate Aero, where it's actually white chocolate bubbles rather than the cream bubbles.
Yeah. I wonder. It's, this sounds like it should be back on the shelves, Dave. But um, I don't know. Like it sounds like a very strange. But then again, it's probably based on all this like sugar content and people
I
getting
think it
upset, or
was. Yeah, I think it was.
like
But
it was really like just fatty, like because of the creamy bubbles inside.
yeah,
And
so this was one. It was almost like, did you ever get an Aero yogurt?
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, it
oh
was like that.
I loved buying the yogurt.
That's what it was like on the inside of it. It was like a yogurt. It was that
Oh
creamy. It
no,
was that creamy on the inside, like. So I think maybe they got rid of it because of the fact there was so much sugar in it, so much fat content, so much like um artificial shit, like. But it was genuinely did this chocolate bar has a special place in my heart because it was something that I used to get spending time with my grandmother growing up, despite the fact that she sadly passed away in 2017. It was something that I'll always hold dear and remember her for. And it's something that I do love. I do miss this chocolate bar a lot, Fran, personally.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, I'd imagine because you've a lot of
It's a
things tied
sentimental
into
thing.
it
Like,
as well.
if they
Yeah.
didn't bring the chocolate bar back, I wouldn't really care. But it's the sentiment behind it. Like, you know, it was something that it meant a lot to me. That was something I used to do every Friday, seeing my granny. Like,
Well, it still does. I don't
yeah,
know. Like I've never tasted that bar,
yeah,
so like I don't know what's going on with it. You know, like that's a you know I want it back for one night only kind of in a
yeah.
way,
If
just
they,
so I can taste it. You
yeah,
know,
it's
just to
something
get
that
the
they should do.
understanding because I can see it that it'd be a bar that I would love.
Yeah,
You know, like creamy bubbles,
yeah,
not just chocolate bubbles, but like cream, like
yeah,
fresh cream.
yeah,
Like I love cream, you know, like I love whipping cream and eating
yeah.
it, like you
Absolutely.
know, like or you know, adding certain things to it, or
Yeah,
putting it on certain things, or adding it to certain dishes, desserts, and you know, like cream has a special place in my heart. So I can imagine that would be definitely in my top 5 bars. I don't know. Sounds like it would be. Sounds like it could be anyway.
exactly.
Because I don't eat as much chocolate now as I used to when I was younger, and I probably paid an awful lot for it.
Yeah, well,
You know.
I'd probably be the same, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So before I burst into tears here at the whole nostalgia behind it, I think we should move on
Yeah, we
and
will.
have a look at our next one.
If
And this is one now.
Discontinued, eh?
So I have it here in front of me on the phone, just so I can have the presentation, so we can be prepared for the next slide. The next one here. These are something I don't remember.
Juicers. They were
Yeah.
jelly beans, Dave. They were absolutely
I
unbelievable.
I don't remember. I think, as we were saying there, um, like you don't remember Starburst being called opal fruits, which are mad does.
Yeah, no, I didn't ever remember them being called opal fruits,
Yeah, opal
at
fruits.
all. Like
Um,
that's the strange thing. Like I always just remember them as Starburst.
yeah,
I
opal
guess I
fruits.
never even looked into it. Like once it was
There,
on the
there they
shelf.
are. There, see. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah,
understand why they call it Starburst now because opal fruits, it,
it's
like
not great, is it? It's not a
no,
great
it's
name
like
for a sweet. Like,
it's not a great like. Sorry to slander anything. But I understand why they obviously understood why they needed to
yeah,
change it as well.
exactly. Yeah, because
It just
Starburst, I think,
wasn't appealing.
yeah,
Like
but we and
if I
me
went
again.
in, oh yeah, would I be able to get some opal fruits, please, off the shelf? Like I
Yeah,
don't think it's going to be the same.
I
Like
used to think they were made by the
Starburst is like,
car.
yeah,
I used to think they were made by the car manufacturers,
yeah,
and I was like, whoa, like, because when they were called opal fruits, I would have been 3 or 4, maybe 5, like,
yeah, yeah.
and then they changed it, and I remember like my brother loved Starburst growing up, and he was devastated when they changed it. He's like, it's not the same, it's not the same. And that's all I can really remember about it. But I don't remember these juicers now myself, you know.
Yeah, the juicers were so good. Like they really were.
Like
And
I can see here, you've labeled them fucking tasty.
yeah, they really are. Like I mean, as much to say that they were something that I wouldn't get all the time, I guess. But when I did, I remember when I saw them first, and
Yeah,
in the shops, and I was like, "Ooh, juicers." Yeah, because like I'd still, if I saw them in shop today, I'd still have that
yeah,
same
yeah,
reaction. Like
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just the name, like
Yeah,
the
because
name of it even in itself.
see the little, like, the sweets there on the picture. Just, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse there, but see here
Yeah,
the way it has the little sweets there. Like, I
yeah,
recognize them, but I don't remember them having Starburst written on them. I thought they had. They kind of remind me of, like, magic beans or something like that. Like, you know, do you know the magic beans for sweets?
Magic Bean Company, yeah, no, I know
Yeah,
what you mean. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen them. I've
or
had loads of them.
Skittles. Or
Skittles.
they look a bit like Skittles. Like,
They look a bit like Skittles.
yeah,
They're kind of like soft. They're
yeah,
soft like they're soft or jelly beans. They're not real thick.
yeah,
Like when you get like a normal jelly bean to be thick.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
these things, you just bite into them like, and there was only like a thin layer
All right.
over the jelly inside them. So it was like it wasn't like it wasn't too
Well,
like.
they sound heavenly from.
No, they are, yeah, and you get obviously from even just the picture you can see what flavors were in it, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
they really were enjoyable.
would this be one now that you'd do a hard push to get them back on the shelves, kind of thing? Like
I
they're,
definitely would, yeah. Like I'd
yeah,
love to see these back. Reason being is because I just I not always would I be going in and getting them, but like I wouldn't be getting them like every day because
yeah,
obviously but now that I'm older, I think it'd be definitely more often that I would get them because they're the type of jelly beans that I'd enjoy, and they come in a packet. It's an easy packet, like it's an easy packet. Like
yeah,
you don't get jelly beans in packets really anymore. Like
yeah,
you get like it's hard like they're like a normal size packet. They're not
yeah,
like they're just like a Skittles packet, but they're not, and you can just they're convenient as well. So they
yeah. I
work,
get you. Yeah,
and they're not like the big bags. So
yeah,
you don't have to spend like 350 on a bag of jelly beans. I know
yeah,
there's obviously packets of jelly beans out there, but like these ones were just they just came in a packet and juicers
yeah,
open, and I'd go in there. I'd probably get them all the time, but I think I was the only one amongst my friend group at the time that would have been getting these,
all
and
right.
that would like there wasn't an awful lot of people actually getting them, and that's
That's
why I
what,
can
yeah.
understand
Yeah, as it
the
says
whole
there, yeah, demand decline. Um,
yeah.
yeah, so maybe who knows? Maybe they'll bring them back as a once off. You know, Starburst is still a company that's going strong, as far as I know.
Yeah, like
Um,
I mean, all it takes is for a bit of a push to get all these products going, and
yeah.
we can see
Well,
we
who
can see
knows?
what
Like, you know,
we
you're looking at people like Darren Conway doing a big push for the Mars Delight bars, and it seems to be making waves a bit. Like, you know,
Yeah,
people like
no,
him.
it
So,
definitely is. I agree. I actually agree. I agree with him there 100%. And
oh yeah, I
you
used to
know,
love the Mars Delight bars. Like, they were
yeah,
unreal.
like if they don't bring that back, and based on what he does around it, like
Yeah, it's content. It's humor. It's entertaining, and he's going about it the right way. He's not making it a big fucking hullabaloo about it, but he's just having a laugh while also pushing an agenda. Like, so, who knows?
yeah,
Maybe in the future, you know, if Darren Conway ever sees this, which I doubt he ever will, maybe we can do a collab and get him on, and we can have a chat about different kind of sweets other than Mars Delights that he'd like to see back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that wouldn't
Yeah,
be a bad idea. I mean, I'm sure he'd be interested in doing that, especially if it'd be able to see what other products we can get
yeah,
on board with it, and maybe to be a mass agenda on Master Foods to get Mars Delights back, and they'll be
and
talking so.
Malteser whites.
And Maltese or whites,
You know,
the
it's smart.
Maltese or
Yeah,
whites, Mars Delights, like you
Master
know,
Foods are, you know, and then, you know, Fran, another one that we've mentioned between ourselves just off air, Mars Planets. Like,
Mars Planets.
Mars
Like
Planets
where are
in
all these
this.
products going? Like,
Uh,
what has happened? What was wrong with Mars Planets? Why did they have to remove them? And
yeah,
there was
because
also Cadbury's Astros. Remember the Cadbury's Astros? They come in the
no,
boxes. Oh, right. They were like Smarties, but they had like a crispy center, and they were like they were like space, like they were like planets.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
they actually looked like planets, but they were called Astros. The Mars planets were like, they were called obviously Mars planets, but they're similar. Just obviously they had a softer exterior than these
yeah,
planets.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I remember one day I got these planets in the shop, and then after I got after it, this was the first time I ever experienced what grounding was, and been held inside in your house and not allowed to, do
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But so I got the I got the Cadbury's Astros in the shop, and I came home then, and I proceeded after eating the Cadbury's Astros to to try and play golf with a hammer that
Oh,
I had,
Jesus Christ.
and no, like it was a plastic hammer with
Or,
one of the squeaky ends. You know when you bounce out, they
yeah,
go,
yeah.
as if you
Yeah,
were hitting
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But the plastic in the center of this that was holding the hammer, so you'd have the hammer, and it came in, and you could foot it in the middle, but like the plastic on it was actually fairly like thick, and so I was hitting a ball, and the ball didn't go anywhere, but the hammer went flying through my sitting room window
Oh, no.
and smashed the window, and I hid the hammer. I hid the hammer, and my parents came in to the sitting room, and I was just there with the Cadbury's Astros, and holding them, and they were snatched from my hand, Dave. Um, and I was not allowed to finish the Cadbury's Astros.
Oh,
And
that's sad.
it was absolutely horrendous, Dave. And it was the one clinical moment of these Astros, because I used to get them all the time, and but that was one of the last times that I had actually had those Cadbury's Astros, and the fact that they're off the shelves, Dave. Uh, I mean, you know, I'm really not happy. But like these should be out in the like these should be back
Yeah,
out, Dave. They need to come back. They need to come back just the same as the juicers.
yeah.
In fact, I do a put like I do a push for them. I think a little bit more than the juicers now. I'm a very I love an old crunch. I love a crunchy foods.
I love a crunchy
Uh,
myself, actually. The old
yeah,
honeycomb.
yeah. Oh, I love an old honeycomb. Love getting mixed up in it
Yeah.
like a bee.
So we'll move on to our penultimate product in our slideshow, and then I have a couple of honourable mentions that didn't actually make it into this. So the next one, I'll talk briefly on this. Turkey Twizzlers, Fran. I've never had them, never heard of them. Can you tell
Turkey
us about
Twizzlers. They
Turkey
used to
Twizzlers?
always accompany the smiley faces. You know, the potato smiley faces.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to get these, right? And, like I remember a few instances with them, but when I was looking up these discontinued products, I was like, tasty Twizzlers, like these Twizzlers, Dave, turkey Twizzlers, like turkeys, you know, it was the only way I could enjoy turkey, like without gravy or
Potato
or
and yeah.
and you could dip it. You could just dip it in sauce. But when I looked up and I found out that these had been discontinued, I was like, why were these ever removed? Like I couldn't understand it. Like were always the accompanying product with the potato smiley faces, which was it's a sad thing that they just disappeared. Now I'm not going to say that I noticed that they were gone, because I obviously got older and had moved on to different things, different products, or different foodstuffs, and they just vanished. But it was Jamie Oliver got them removed from shelves in 2005 because of their high fat and sugar content. Surprisingly, that this these turkey twizzlers were hyped up, absolutely juiced up, full of sugar.
Yeah.
So wondering why an awful lot of kids, you know, end up being very, very, shaky and all over the place.
Yeah.
It was because these foods were doing it, but there's
They were
definitely
allowed,
a
weren't they?
healthier way to make these. Like,
Yeah.
look at the shape. A turkey twizzler.
You really need fat sugars there. Like, it's
You,
like, I understand turkey flavored food. Like, it's gonna have a bit of fat in it, but there needs to be that much sugar in the turkey flavored food.
probably not. No, like I mean, I don't understand why there would be sugar in it, or why there would be a need to put sugar in it, so for the sake of maybe the batter around it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's meat. I,
Yeah.
I'm
Or meat
I don't.
flavored.
Yeah, like I don't get why you'd need so much sugar in the thing. It's beyond. It's like turkey's dry enough as it is. You don't want it drying you out.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I'm sure there's a bit of a salt content in it as well. So they really need all that fat content and sugar content. I don't
Definitely
know.
not. Like, I mean,
I
if your
don't think
kids
I'd.
were getting fed this, like the amount of hormones in these foods,
Yeah.
probably in the long run, it probably did, uh, you know, affect an awful lot of people, over the course of time. But like
Yeah. They said there was a lot of people that
getting
would have gotten
these,
diabetes and stuff from it as well. Like, it's
yeah,
you know. So
and that is scary. Like I probably went, I put this on the list of discontinued foods, not because I wanted it back on the shelf, but because if there was like an interest in it,
yeah.
to be like I used to eat these all the time, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking, like, did they have adverse effects on me later in life?
What do you think?
So no, they could have, Dave. Like mental effects or physical effects. I'd say the physical effects are causing the mental effects. So, what you really do need to watch your foods, I guess, and what you're eating.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll finish on it. I'll finish on that there because
Yeah. We'll move
that
on to our final product, but before that, I'm going to talk about a couple of honourable mentions.
perfect.
I have them here on my phone. The original Sunny D is one of them. That was one that now
Remember the sunny day.
I have a thing about Sunny D myself. It was actually my nickname growing up. When I was a kid, when I was like very young, my brother started in second class in primary school, and there was a thing called Summer Venture in our school, which was a summer camp, and you could go to the summer camp 2 years early if your older brother was in the school. So I used to go and be with him, and everyone used to call me Sunny D because I was the youngest person there. Always
Yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
always had a bottle of Sunny D strawberry with me.
It's funny that your name was Dave as well.
Yeah,
So
that's what they called me, Sunny D. And I remember we played. There was a game of indoor football, and it was a little four-a-side with a load of kids, and like the room would have been no bigger than like the room I'm in now. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there was a stage and all. And I remember all the other second and third class kids were sat on the stage, and we were in a penalty shootout, and I was taking a penalty, and all you could hear was all the kids up on the stage going like Sonny D, Sonny D, Sonny D, and it was ridiculous.
That's
Like,
great motivation.
oh yeah, I ended up missing though.
Oh
I
well.
missed the penalty, but we still won, so that was the main thing. Like, but yeah, so Sunny D was something that it was close to my heart. One like again, like the blue Aero bars. Um,
Yeah.
Another one that I think Burger King Satisfries. The 30% less calories and 40% less fat.
I was
Introduced.
meant to put in those fries into this.
You know,
Actually, that was one of them that I'd forgotten to
well,
list.
I don't get why they got rid of them, because they're healthier than the actual. Like, they're not healthy, but they're healthier than the actual chips that you have in Burger King. So,
yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why Burger King would have chosen to even stop selling a product outside of their fast food restaurant.
yeah,
Like that, you don't have to sell over your counter. Like you have this in stock in
yeah,
in shops. Like
yeah,
this is that you're expanding. That's an expansion. Like you've just expanded into grocery stores. Burger King, why?
yeah. It doesn't make
Bring
sense
it
to me,
back.
friend.
Bring
But
them back.
the final one that I have here, my honourable mentions, and this is one now that, honestly, Fran, I'm devastated that this was discontinued. But it was discontinued 14 years before we were born. And that's
Okay.
the
This is really
McDonald's onion nuggets. They were
yeah.
they were introduced. They were launched in the 1970s. McDonald's onion nuggets were replaced by their chicken McNuggets.
It doesn't. It just doesn't. So the onion nuggets, like the
It
more you
sounds
say
weird.
onion nuggets,
It sounds really fucking weird, but
it does.
it's
But it's actually so easy. Like that should be in people's brains already. Onion nuggets.
yeah,
You know,
a nugget of onion,
a
and
nugget of onion. It's a
like
great thing.
it's
Like
just deep fried onion. It's basically
yeah,
just a small onion ring, like.
it's an onion. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
just a
but
block onion. It's just an
it
onion
was
nugget.
discontinued in 1979, Fran, and I don't know why, because it's onion. It's just deep fried onion. Like, you can still get onion rings there, and
Yeah, you can do that yourself. You can make your own onion nuggets.
yeah, but see the way people are. So this is literally all I
I
have
mean, now we're
on the
getting
topic.
these back on the shelves. Like, I don't know why they ever stopped making
Yeah,
them. Like,
exactly. But a lot they were discontinued in 1979, replaced by McDonald's chicken McNuggets, which I have no issues with. I love McNuggets. It left a lot of customers protesting that there's more than enough room on the menu for two types of nuggets. And people have said they were just like eating onion rings, but easier to eat.
there you go. Yeah, like
So
I actually, and I love onion rings. Like, even just
me,
like
me and
onion
Alfred,
rings. Yeah, like the onion rings. Onion rings you can have. You know, I understand they can be a little bit sloppy, but like onion rings, I would eat bags and bags and bags of onion rings.
yeah,
So I'd eat
yeah,
bags and
yeah,
bags and bags of onion nuggets. I
yeah.
don't know why I've never came across.
Well, they were
I
discontinued
never.
14 years before we were born, friend. So I don't think that
No,
we
I
would have
know,
seen
yeah,
it.
but in my travels, I don't know why I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
I don't
even.
know why more people don't use it. Like, it's just deep fried onion.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it
so
is.
that's the end of that one. So we move on to our final product, Fran, and this is one now. I feel as though this is one that it could make a comeback sooner rather than later, and it's the Cadbury's Dream.
Oh my goodness! I think that should be on shelves. Like I
Definitely,
can't believe like
100%. It's
this. I used to always buy this bar, and I
yeah,
used to always enjoy buying the bar.
yeah.
Like I even loved the wrapper. I loved
It's
the
just
taste. It was
it's a
just
white chocolate
soft
dairy milk,
white chocolate. Yeah, it was like
and I'll tell you what, Fran. Right, I'm sat here in my living room, and Emma's left a chocolate bar here on the table that I think they could replace this with. Now they probably won't, but it's this here, the Oreo dairy milk,
oh man.
because I think they could replace. Like, they could bring back the Dream Bar and get rid of the Oreo, and I don't think anyone would really complain.
Yeah, like I'm not. I'm not the biggest fan of the Oreo dairy milk.
I
Even though I
like.
love
I like.
Oreos.
I don't like the mint one. I don't like the mint Oreo
Yeah,
dairy milk. They're a bit ugh. But
I
like,
no. Yeah,
see with the Dream Bars, like, how could I don't buy into this whole white chocolate has more sugar, so it shouldn't be on the shelves. Because like, how do we
You
still
need
have
less
milk?
of it.
Look at Milky Bars.
Yeah,
How long have Milky
yeah.
Bars been around? Like,
Milky Bars have been around for a long, long
how
time.
how how many Milky Bar kids have there been in the past? Like, and we're here giving out about a fucking Cadbury's Dream Bar because it's creamy white chocolate and there's too much sugar in it. No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No, how did Nestle get away with making a white chocolate bar that has its own theme song, its own mascot, and then this doesn't even get a fucking, this doesn't get a look in, like,
yeah. It's like I don't know why it was removed in the first place. When you look at it, how it was launched, and
yeah,
it wasn't even like it was only on the shelves. I'm not even sure because I couldn't find
it would have only been about a
live from.
year or two, I think, from.
Yeah, it was only like a year. Like I think it actually was only there for a few months.
You
Like,
think was it actually it?
yeah, I think it was gone within the year. Like, I think it was
Do
actually
you think
gone
do
within
you
the year.
think maybe it wasn't real at all and it was actually literally just a dream?
Maybe it was just a dream. It's only just a dream. Is that a song? I
It
don't know
probably
now.
is. There's a song about
It
everything
probably
from.
is. Someone's done it. Yeah, someone
Yeah.
has.
But yeah, so I was just thinking about all this and like doing this and doing all the research on it and everything.
Oh
I really
no,
enjoy. I
I
really
did it
enjoyed looking
only
into
just
all
a
these.
dream.
I really enjoyed
It's
looking at
only
all these different products that are no longer available. And it just now, literally right now, as we're talking, I just thought of another one, Fran.
we're
I
living in a
used I
parallel
used to get.
universe. Like all
Yeah,
these
maybe,
things
yeah,
are just gone.
yeah.
Like
But
we've been
I'm just
shifted somewhere.
I've just thought of a bar that I loved as a kid that they no longer have, and it was the Milky Way strawberry.
Oh man.
Do you remember it?
Oh, no, you do remember the Milky Way strawberry, man. The Milky Way
They
strawberry was
used
the
to
best, man.
they
But
used to
what
have
was
the
there was
fucking
the little
three
bits,
of
the
them,
little strawberry bits inside the bar, man. They were the best.
and the
They were
pink,
actually
yeah, and
great. What the hell, man?
the little nougat
Those
in the middle was
strawberries were,
pink, like.
yeah, it was lovely, yeah. I thought was there not like little like red bits in throughout it? Like were they not crunchy like
No,
strawberry
that's
bits
not the
in the
one I'm
bar?
talking about. No, they
There's
might have had
there's
one of
that
them as well.
yeah.
But what I remember is that I used to get them. It was like there was three different ones in the pack. So there was the original Milky Way where it had like the vanilla cream in the middle of it, but then the cream in the middle of this one was pink rather than
Oh,
white. Oh, Fran, it was unreal.
well then I haven't had it, but I've had something chocolatey with strawberries in it. I thought that was it. Obviously, that I'm wrong, and I wonder what this what this mystery bar is now.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know.
because and do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember those swirly red and white sweets? I think they were called like Stark something.
No idea.
They were like red and white. They were like red and white candies, and they were so creamy and lovely and delicious. I think they were like Italian or something.
Oh,
Um,
Fran, I think I found out what you were talking about. Is it the Ritter bars?
Ritter bars, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what it is. Ritter bars.
yeah,
That's exactly what they are. Ritter bars.
yeah.
That's exactly
They had the little, yeah, they were like a little biscuit kind of thing, and they had the little strawberry. Yeah, them milks too.
lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they are.
yeah, they look
Fucking
nice
Ritter
actually.
bars.
Yeah, they
Oh
look nice,
man,
alright.
yeah, they
Ritter
are.
Sport. I think you can still get them.
But yeah, but probably not. They're not. Where are these bars, Dave? I'm,
You can
I'm
get a Milka version of that one from the strawberry with the strawberry in the middle of
maybe
it.
it could have been the Milka bar.
Maybe, yeah,
Maybe that could have been it.
yeah.
And I'm just, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because I do remember that being like I do remember it being quite recent that I ate that bar, that type of bar. So,
Yeah, yeah.
like probably in like well, when I mean recent, I mean like in the last 8 years. So, uh,
Ah, that's recent enough, friend.
It's reasonable.
It's in your adult life. Yeah. So I think that's a good place to leave it now. Stop sharing my screen now, and we can
get Dream Bars back.
Dream Bars back. Yeah, white Maltesers, Dream Bars, and the blue Arrows.
Arrows. That's actually the 3 that I will. Oh, and Cadbury's Astros. Definitely Cadbury's Astros.
I've never had them, but I'm sure they'd be lovely. But yeah, so we'll leave it there for today. I think that was it. It was lovely to look at all these products. Very nostalgic to see some of them coming back up. But yeah, so we'll leave it there. We'll thank everybody who has watched it all the way through to now. We're getting better at this timekeeping business. We're not going.
Let us know what products you want.
What products? Yeah. Let us know in the comments below what products you'd like back on the shelves. And again, while you're down in the comments letting us know, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And share it with your friends. We're trying to get up off the ground. We're up to 20 subscribers now as of this week, Fran. 20 subscribers.
We're flying away.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Absolutely fantastic.
Only 980 to go.
And then, we actually haven't filmed since we said that. So if and when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will be getting How It Is tattoos somewhere on our bodies.
Somewhere.
Fran's getting nude here to show you where he's going to get his. I'm going to get mine around here. And Fran is going to get his on his shoulder here.
It's going to be going right here. You know.
So if we get to 1,000 subscribers, that's what we'll do. We'll do a video where we go and get them together. So if you want to see that, like, comment, subscribe.
Please help us get share to everyone.
Make sure you subscribe down below with the notification bell on so you never miss a video.
Ding, 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 ding. And you'll know every time. And
that's how it is.
That is how it is. This week. Anyway. And I was late.
It's fine. Don't worry about it, Fran.
For missing the Sunday deadline.
We will be back. We'll be back at the weekend, and that's how it is.
And wait for our next video. You'll enjoy it.